Metaverse.
The Metaverse.
On the Metaverse.
The Metaverse.
The Metaverse.
Do you know what is it Metaverse? I think it's something from science fiction. I guess your first thought was it's something from Throne or a player game one. When I was just starting to figuring out what is it, I thought about Isaac Asimov's books. But everything turned out to be much more interesting. So today we are dealing with Metaverse. Let's go.
This is the Oasis. It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination.
Right now, we're inside a computer program.
Is it really so hard to believe?
NFT, like paintings in galleries, is an artistic art, or rather its informational equivalent. They are similar not only in their artistic basis, but also in the fact that they are subject of a certain assessment by money. Only if physically existing painting can be seen by everyone, for example in gallery or in other places or exhibitions, then it works a little differently with NFT. You can use it only in internet, or if you want, you can print out your NFT and put somewhere over your refrigerator, but it would not be still 100% NFT. So there is a question, how to use them? The answer is very simple, in the Metaverse.
Hey, and welcome to Connect. Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse, starting with the most important experience of all, connecting with people.
The Metaverse is the inventable universe in the future, although it is difficult to imagine how it will finally work, but once computers were more of a fantasy. By its logic, it will become the simplest and most convenient analog of real life for people, no matter how scary it sounds for now. The main idea of the Metaverse is to erase the boundaries. Websites, social networks, games, and messengers will merge in one big virtual world. And this virtual world will be some kind of a copy of the real one. Or as Mark Zuckerberg said, this is the embodied internet, where instead of looking at the internet, you are already in it. The closest to the Metaverse show is Steven Spielberg's movie Ready Player One. If you didn't look, then firstly, do it. And secondly, people there had special virtual reality glasses. When they put them on, they moved into an alternative keyboard world. But don't think that the Metaverse is an ordinary 3D space for VR helmets. This is not an immersion game that already exists and is gradually reaching realism. The concept of the Metaverse is much broader than just 3D internet with holograms. It is a full-fledged new world in addition to the real one. The opening of the Metaverse will expand the possibilities of many professions. Professionals of visualization and development are still working through 2D formats, at a time when the Metaverse would allow faster production as well as expand capabilities. The Metaverse would also make it easier to understand how computers work. In fact, you no longer need to work with folders, tabs, and so on. You're already inside the system. The Metaverse will allow users to return to an environmentally normal model of interaction. People will stop sitting in front of the screen and begin manipulating three-dimensional objects, talking and physically contacting each other in a three-dimensional environment, as their organisms have been used to doing for hundreds or thousands of years in our history. To clarify, we'll continue analyzing everything on programmers' profession examples. In the Metaverse, the endless lines of the codes will turn into the real visual mechanisms. In fact, the developer will turn into some kind of engineer or mechanic of the Metaverse. Obviously, changes are also expected in the sphere of inclusivity. For example, people with disabilities will be able to freely attend concerts, engage in any kind of sport, and visit any hard-to-reach places. Hundreds of thousands of games, millions of sites, and almost every one of them is trying to be a separated ecosystem, fenced off from the rest. The same online game sometimes splits into separated virtual worlds when running off different hardware platforms, which is why, for example, Xbox and PlayStation users cannot play with each other. The Metaverse should also become the next stage here. It will transparently unite all existing and future ecosystems into one virtual world. WhatsApp, YouTube, Slack, Discord, and TJ users will not be prevented from getting together at the same table to work together or discuss something, without registration and authorization by SMS. Finally, the Battlefield Master will be able to show off his weapon to a beginner of Half-Life 3, or give him a couple of grenades. If we imagine Metaverse in this way, then there is some kind of a dream of humanity. But there is still a lot of time before our immersion to the Metaverse, and the concept itself has some disadvantages and dangers. We will talk about it in our next video, and for now, don't forget to subscribe to our social networks. We are talking about NFT, Metaverse, and some interesting cryptos. Put like and see you in next video.